10,
9, 8,
7,
6,
3,
2,
1.
0.
And we're live. Hello, Dash League, and welcome back. We are now in Season 6, and we got another exciting match for you today. In the booth currently, I am Kastle, and I am accompanied by the one and the only Mooring Mom 1.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome, welcome. So we're just gearing up and getting ready to go here, but in the meantime, let's go ahead and do some chatter, figure out what we got working. We've got working today, and the players we got. So today is Berserk versus Supernova. We've got 3 for each team currently in, and they've got some interesting mutators on. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it seems to be really interesting mutators, but Berserk really bringing the heat by bringing Bot Bram and Bot Dan to the fight.
I don't know. Supernova with Chris and Emile. I think it's Emile, not Emily, right?
True, those are both very good players. They'll be an interesting matchup with
They
these
are.
players. Oh,
And
looks
I
like
wonder if they'll have aim bots on.
we'll never know.
But anyways, talking about the actual teams, the teams we've got today, Berserk versus Supernova, and this is going to be a really interesting match. One of the first matches of the season. We've had a few already, as you can see on Dash League Network, but this is really a match of experience versus new talent, with Berserk being the new team. What do you think is going to happen today, Mom? Or
Well,
boring?
you see, it's two ways. One could go wrong, one could go the other. Berserk could come out really strong on the opening gates, get that 2-0 victory, or they could pitter-patter back and it could fall out into a CP. You never know. It's really different to tell when you see two teams that have this equal amount of skill playing each other.
And there's a lot of talent on the field today. I mean, even with Berserk's being the newer team on the block, they do have a lot of veterans. Players like Spaghetti and Benji. These guys are both like, they played multiple seasons on previous teams, and they know the meta really well. They're going to bring a lot of experience to the new team. That being said, Supernova has been on almost every single season since Dash League started. They've gone way back, and a lot of their lineup, aside from a few new players, have been playing since then. So they know how each other work. They know their team chemistry really well. I think it could be a really interesting match.
You can see as well people arguing in chat. We have a lot of arguments here, a lot of Berserk fandom, with 83% of the poll of people believing Berserk will win. We got a lot of favoritism for Berserk in the match.
And I mean, a good fan base is pretty important. Berserk's got that under wraps. Just waiting for a couple other players, and once we get them all in, then we'll talk about lineups. But really, to bring forward some star players for Berserk, a lot of their newest players, let's talk about them today. Right off the bat, we've got Meep, and already in the chat booth talking about this is Meep's first debut match, which is really awesome because a debut for the team and a debut for the one of the first players here, Meep. It's going to be interesting how he does today, and I've seen Meep out in pubs. The guy is goated, so
We'll see how he handles the pressure of the league.
Absolutely. And another name, Leilu, and this is one they played back in the previous season, a whole season during season 5, and they were cracked. And I think Leilu is a lot of conversation about how they are one of the best newer players on the block. And just looking at some of their matches, they had a lot to bring to the table.
Yeah. Berserk, we'll really see who brings out the stops with the 2 players remaining to play.
Absolutely. And they've already got roles from previous teams. Spaghetti, good to see his name back. He's a previous Rec Room laser tag player, and I played with him back then. The guy moves like crazy. And on top of that, he is a really well-known Rocketeer. So I wonder if we'll be seeing a lot of rockets from him today. And honestly, Berserk is going to need it because they're going up against Supernova. who are well known for their notable captain and rocketeer push. What do you think about that?
Yeah, the Rocketeer again. He's a dangerous man, and if you're pushing that cart, you gotta make sure he's down. But Berserk do have an Ikeen, especially when we scrimmed them. I can see they have an Ikeen on their disrupting push up, so they might be able to apply enough pressure. You never know.
And they're probably gonna have to. Push has some of the craziest rocket curves that I've ever seen. He does stuff that just you don't expect to see from offensive rockets. But anyways, Supernova's full lineup here. Let's go ahead and call out those names. We've got first Raptor Ryan, RR, and that is Mando's son. He's been playing since forever, and he's one of the few players that will main double staples, which is a gun that got nerfed early on in the history of Hyperdash. And the guy is one of those players that can just a jack of all trades, use all sorts of weapons. We got Bill Lumberg, previously from Hotu, well-known player, brings a lot to the table. Push, obviously the captain and who the guy that we were just talking about. His rockets and overall just firepower is going to be something that every team has to contend with. And honestly, he's a very core member of their lineup. We got Captain Cook's a newer name, one that I don't think I've seen just yet. A new recruit for them, one of the few new recruits. It's going to be interesting to see how they utilize him. It's really excited to see what he brings to the table. And then, of course, Mando on 9V, player been around forever, a very prominent pub player, and someone you cannot underestimate, or he will make you pay for it. And I'll let you read off Berserk, talk about them since you know more about them than I do.
We've got Berserk Benji. He's really a veteran of this. Well, I think he's been around in season 3 to my knowledge. Pretty good veteran. He's pretty skilled at the game. You would not want to underestimate him like Mando as well if you come into a 1v1 encounter. Berserk Meep, his debut, I haven't seen much of him, so I won't be able to make a clear enough comment, but from what I've heard, he's a player what? He's apparently deadly on the track. Berserk Lelu, once again, another really good player that has been playing for a long time. You want to watch out for him as well. There's a lot of players you got to watch out for. I'm probably going to say that for everyone, because I can't speak normally. Anyway, we have Berserk Yito, who I believe I mispronounced. They are a pretty good teammate, as they can choreography. Sorry, I am pronouncing words very, very wrong.
That's right.
But they can really coordinate push-ups really well with their teammates. And Spaghetti on rockets, he play for my team, but now he doesn't. Spaghetti is a monster on rockets, but I doubt he'll be able to do anything near Push's level. It'll be a nice rocket showdown.
It'll be definitely be a rocket showdown, and one that I cannot wait for. Today's maps already pre-designated in cycle 1: Launchpad, Waterway, and Stadium if we get to a control point. These are your very original maps. Like, yeah, bread and butter maps. So every team should know the meta at this point. I guess we'll do a little discussion about it as we go through, but I expect our viewers already know most of what the meta is going to be about.
It's going to be a huge change to strategy when Volcano comes into the mix.
Yeah, that's one map I can't wait to see. I know for one, I am not prepared for Volcano. I got to get in there and get some pubs. So, and I know that it's going to be, there's one cycle where it's an Abyss and a Volcano. So we're talking the two newest maps. Could really bring an interesting mix into the league. So I'm excited.
Yeah, you never know what strategies the teams are going to bring to the table to Volcano. It is such a unique map in its own words.
Anyway, here we go. Getting started. Berserk versus Supernova. Let's do this.
Prepare to start.
Start off with some meep action here.
Looks like Supernova have already got that 0.13% card movement. That's going to be a huge play in their strategy here.
Both teams getting up and getting ready to go. Meep sitting in that corner there.
Starts in 3,
It's a nice
Here we
launch
go.
off point.
1.
And Meep's debut has officially begun for Dash League.
Already a few blue streaks heading on out. And first contact, Meep with the first frag. Welcome to Dash League. think I need to actually fix the map. Give me 1 second.
Meep getting a second kill now. And finally falling.
Why are the dot sizes so small?
I think you follow on kill off there as well.
Wait, why are the dot sizes so small?
Meep gathering up his first 7 kills of the league. And finally falling once again. Yeah, you definitely have follow on kill off.
Alright, let's see. What is it?
Mando
Here?
taking out Meep.
Okay. I better switch before someone yells at me.
Spaghetti taking dash, grabbing the rocket. Grabbing the second rocket. Hitting the cap was taken out by Bill Lumberg, but Bill Lumberg is dead. How unfortunate.
Kind of a trade there. Yeah, I don't know why. I can't see the dots, so we're just gonna have to kind of play it by ear and try to fix it between maps.
We'll paste
But
them in
already,
place.
making some really good time. Cart already headed down the incline, 4 minutes and 20. Still within checkpoint pace.
Raptor Ryan taking out whoever we were spectating. I've already forgot, but Raptor Ryan's already dead.
He is there. Benji now, low on a health, getting some hot shots at the cart. Takes out Captain Cooks on top rail. Nice pick. And a double pick to clear cart. Looking for that 3, a tray. I think he did get the 3K though and gets the kill streak.
Newton coming. Push now. Pushing up. How ironic.
Certainly, push and push. And he certainly fulfills his name. A lot of rockets there. I think.
Yeah.
Who's on rockets right now? I don't think that's Spaghetti, is it? You know, I guess we'll see.
Lulu now.
Hey Lou, nice pick on health. Raptor gets a trade and he immediately goes down. We see a double stack on cart, and that cart is really trucking. We're 3 minutes remaining, and that cart's already under the SNG bridge. This is looking like a pretty well within reach checkpoint pace for Supernova.
You never know though, but they could pull out with an absolute brilliant hold, although that's very rare to see.
And honestly, it's what they're gonna need right now. And I don't think I see anyone on cart currently. Berserk at this point needs to be putting bodies on cart. That's a crucial meta, especially for Launchpad. And honestly, if you don't put a body on cart, you're just getting free pushes the entire time. You don't really even need to get frags on blue team. You can simply just keep touching cart, getting those micro pushes in. And that's what they're doing right now. They're getting these micro pushes, and they're going to just push that cart right over checkpoint if Berserk doesn't do anything to stop them.
Yeah, they seem to have lowered off their defense and more focus on pushing up further into enemy territory.
Yeah, which is interesting because, I mean, you look at the frags right now, almost every single person on Berserk is positive right now. I mean, it's not a frag issue, but they're just not standing on cart, which is something
This could be a very interesting. This could be a very interesting strategy which will pay off later that we don't know yet.
Could be. Not one that I know of. So
Any
who knows?
Berserk-
I'm all for new metas. That being said, we
Any
did see
Berserk
some red
captains? Any
people
Berserk
on cart
players or
briefly.
captains wanting to give us the inside juice? Let us know.
Yeah, who knows? But that being said, I'm not seeing a ton of blue focus on cart either, which is surprising. There's a blue streak briefly. Hop off cart for a moment. I'd say there's a lot of rocket focus right now, and that's something Supernova is really trying to put their focus on. We've got a minute left, minute 11, and cart is still a good 6%, no, 7% away from the checkpoint. And, you know, anything can happen in a minute. It could go either way.
And you know, one incredible push or one incredible hold.
Ooh, and a nice double frag, triple frag Spaghetti onto cart. Supernova struggling to get access to him, and this could be a really good hold for Berserk with the setup they have right now.
Could the new team take down the veterans?
And it's
New
looking
name.
like we're gonna have to see some really good group ups from Supernova, but once again, no access to the rockets. They're just giving him that ledge right there. They're not even trying to shoot at him. Now 20 seconds. They got time for one more push and maybe an overtime push to get it over. And with one Berserk body on cart, ooh, shield goes down. This is looking pretty bleak for Supernova.
8 seconds on the clock. One push or one hold.
Here we go. Oh, and an excellent timed rocket by Spaghetti. He's going to end it there, and Berserk with the pre-checkpoint hold. Oh my gosh. This is on Supernova, too. Supernova are coming out of a win straight from Bandit. These guys just got stopped at checkpoint by the new team on the block. Wow, that's a huge accomplishment by Berserk.
If they can get past that little bit further and get through, that will be a huge mark to leave on Supernova that this new team isn't here to mess around. They're here to make business.
Yeah, I mean, talk about what a debut for Berserk here. And
they as well.
They don't have to push it far. Now we do have a League Mutator on, so they can push it all the way to 100%, but all they have to do is get it to 37%, which is not a hard feat to do. Already with a ton of cart focus. Raptor Ryan going with his double staples. One of the few rocking those golden staples, and I love to see. Ooh, and then multiple clears on cart. I don't know if you caught that, but a rocket came in and just wiped everyone out on cart. Really good defense by Supernova right now. Benji getting work done. Cleared the area, and it's a big push opportunity. Only one red left in the area, and that's it. They've got space now for a cart to move. They can push forward, get that SMG hold. And and Benji picking up a shield. Probably the last thing you want. Wanted to see if he make work of it, but it looks like he ignored it.
Strategical, not a mistake. Definitely strategical.
Yeah, it was a distraction. That bright, shiny, yellow metal, translucent metal there. Not working out for him, though. Mando getting work done.
Spaghetti taking out whoever we were spectating. I've already forgotten.
Spaghetti getting the trade. Raptor Ryan getting that frag on him for a second pick. He'll also hop on cart, get a second frag before going down. Push on rockets.
Oh, taking out by Benji though.
Push with that single rocket makes him extremely versatile. There are a lot of Rocketeers that have to have that double rocket to be effective. Push is not one of them. I think he doesn't double bind his triggers, so he can get that single rocket use and still be extremely effective, all the while having a pistol in the other hand, just in case he needs it.
He's so good to become one with the rocket.
Captain Cook's crashing into the cart. We caught that. Here we're watching this back.
Flipping it right now. I'm getting the clip. We got the clip. Don't worry, guys.
It's going to bloopers. Cart now at 345 at the bend. This is about the same pace that Supernova was at. However, at this point, Supernova really started to get slowed down after the bridge. Berserk getting their pace set. I'm not sure if this is the case for Berserk. They have been pretty consistent. Rockets going up for Supernova, though, and now it's push time with Bill Lumberg on the shield. We'll see if they can break through Supernova's defense. And the cart focus is at admirable right now. The cart has been moving nonstop, even with the stark defense that Supernova's been putting on.
Yeah. The push and the pressure from Berserk has kept Supernova adapting.
And that was a nasty drop shot by Yvetal. Headshot right on that bridge camper there. And on cart. This is a really good play by them.
Hello.
Cart now over the
is.
line. And that is it. They win the map. And with 2 minutes and 38 seconds, still plenty of time to get that checkpoint, get that sweet MMR. But man, Berserk already putting in a show, taking the first map. Wow.
What a play. like Supernova barely, if I'm saying, they didn't put up much defense.
Yeah, I was really surprised, and I think a lot of it had to do with the amount of firepower coming out from Berserk. I mean,
Yeah,
looking
the
at
pressure.
looking
Just
at
the
frags right
pressure.
now, almost every single person on Berserk is going positive, and all the while getting that cart focus. You just don't see that
Although
happen.
we see Supernova, there could be a chance of a very, very lucky hold here.
Yeah, and really, they're gonna want to hold this as long as possible and hold it, because if they get over that if they get over that line, that's a ton of MMR for Berserk.
Push! Absolutely keeping them off that cart.
And Push really pulling his weight and his entire team really going 44, 23, 24. Let's go ahead and look
However-
at scores and see what we're working with right now.
However,
Yeah,
they
Push.
are over checkpoint.
And they are. Push
Yeet.
with 44 and 25, absolutely killing it. Only person going positive on his team.
However, for me, what a debut already, being positive with 37 kills and 30 deaths.
And with a high score, almost 5,000, leading the score across the map. Yeah, I know someone mentioned the map. For some reason, I think the last iteration of this this mod
you
got
updated-
broke. So I tried
Yeah,
to
have
mess
you
with it.
not?
I don't. I was toying with it just a little bit. I don't want to mess around with it too much. Just 'cause I
I
don't
want to
want it.
break it. It's very, very
Yeah.
required.
Because it should be dot size right here, but it's not responding to dot size. And I would have to go into the config, and I don't know if I want to do that right now. I might just have to wait till later.
Berserk still making incredible pace here, even though map looks like they're going all the way for the 100%, really wanting that MMR. Maybe Dasher is a thing possible for Berserk this season. The way they've come out and just handed Supernova their behinds.
I'm gonna troubleshoot this. You go ahead and commentate. Figure out why
I
the
got
dots
you.
aren't showing up.
Boring Mom is on the job. Little Lumberg here pushing up, but taken out by Leilu. Leilu pushing in, getting the double kill on Captain Cooks. Grabbing their health. Engaged now, taking out, dashing around, but taken out by Mando. Mando moving out. Shooting his own teammate. That's not a good move. Taking out Spaghetti. Yeto, or I'm just gonna call him Y because I can't be bothered to pronounce his username. I'm gonna try anyway. Yeto is moving up. He hasn't been stopped yet. He has rolled for a good 4 or 5% now. This cart is not being stopped. It is going. That was one amazing cart push there. About 4 or 5% gains without a stop. Mando now.
I'm coming back, and they're already at almost at the 86% mark with 4 minutes left. This is the kind of time difference you would expect to see from teams of a completely different tier and caliber. Berserk
You'd
going
expect-
absolutely crazy.
You'd expect this from a team like Envy, just handing one team there. Let me think of a good word for this.
That being said, Mando with a triple K clearing the cart all on his own, a one-man army over here.
Jaded is in the chat giving us tips on how to fix.
I did that. Not sure why.
Maybe you just have an error and you need to update your version.
I wonder if I do need to update my Hyperdash. I always forget to do
Well,
that.
Yeah, there was a new one that came out like I think like 5 days ago.
That's probably what it was. I haven't updated that since 5
Yeah.
days ago.
Well, after it's been on to me, I've had errors apparently with mine, so I need to update mine. Maybe we should continue commentating and stop talking about.
You know what? That's a good point. We got Raptor Ryan come in with SMGs, clearing the cart after a huge push by Berserk. Already heading into that last bend. And honestly, with the time they have left, 100% is well within reach for Berserk, which would be a great finish for them on their first launch pad.
Although I do, for some reason, could expect Supernova coming out of nowhere and just destroying Berserk on Waterway and putting it to a CP. Although that would be interesting, the chances of that happening based on what we're seeing here is minimal.
I mean, I'd love to see a Waterway. I know that Supernova has a lot of experience in that regards. What really they're lacking right now is firepower. And honestly, in terms of firepower, this would have been the map that Supernova should have taken, because firepower, that deficit of firepower becomes even more prominent in domination.
Hold on, according to chat, we've got a new team in the mix. Berserk is in here now. Boy, Berserk is no longer going for his team, but he's going for Berserk.
Zerl, I haven't heard that one yet. I will be looking at roster changes and hoping to see that name come up. Almost sounds like Blizzard.
Leilu now on the move.
Nice
Cart
tag
with
on
2
Raptor
minutes.
Ryan.
Hitting
Another
him
tag on
empty.
push. Wow, and he's on a 3K and pushing cart. Nice dodge. Really low on
2
health.
minutes.
Hanging on. Dear life. Finally taken out by Mando.
Looks like the whole chat's going for crazy for Berserk now. Damn, have we missed a roster update or something? Is Berserk the new team now? Have we missed a
knows?
roster change?
Who knows, man? And wow, a minute and a half remaining, and only about 6.5% left for Berserk to get this. They've got so much time left, 100% with time left remaining, and a push here. A couple players going down, but only just a couple red left there, and a huge push by blue. We're seeing a ton of movement, and man, Supernova really just struggling to hang on for dear life, trying to
Man, we
keep
must
as
have
much
really
MMRs,
missed out on roster changes.
much MMR as
Everyone's
possible.
going crazy about Berserk.
Another group up here around triangle. Me following Benji's gonna go for the flank.
Me pushing out.
Ooh,
Oh,
and
the
little
Rocket's
bit of
taking out Parrish.
a little bit of a poor dash there, finding himself way in the open, easily sniped. Captain Cook's new recruit of Supernova, rushing in, trying to get some picks with his dash. Gets one on Yvettel, or Vettel. Meep treading him out.
Everyone wants to join Berserk now. Damn, they must be a really good team. We're hearing a lot about them.
Goated. Meep now, heading in the SMG. It's waiting and playing a lot of patience, a lot of trigger patience here, and it's working out well. A blue group up, multiple reds going down, and Meep
is
trying
it
to get that left. He
Meep?
gets a tag, big
Meep now.
push. Oh, but
Ooh.
Captain Cooks takes him down.
All-
Last
all
few
they need.
seconds.
All Berserk needs are one big group up. That could have been it there.
Oh,
and the guy's
they
moving.
get the overtime. I think the last blue player here with his shield goes down. Oh, no, and
Oh.
they're extending it. More trades, and that'll be
There
it.
it is.
Stopped just shy of the 100, but 99.38. What an incredible accomplishment by Berserk.
Yeah, still an
aka
amazing
Berserk.
performance.
Let's go ahead and glance at those scores, see what got working with. On Supernova's side, Manda leading the way, 6,728 points, 51-51, a nice even score. However, top fragging, to no one's surprise, push
We must be
55-48.
witnessing the birth of a brand new player, Meek, with the most kills on his debut in Balos.
And the top score. I mean, I'm even more impressed with that score. I mean, a deficit, the difference between that 67 to 8,000 points. He was
I'm more
on cart.
impressed. I'm
was on cart
impressed
a
if you
ton.
get positives. I can barely do that in the pub.
Nah, I mean, if you snipe for frags, you can go positive. But he not only did that, he top scored and went positive and led the league, this match in frags. I mean, that's a crazy accomplishment. This is a big pickup for Berserk. You got to give a pretty big kudos to him. Nice
Hold
work.
on, I need to check something. Has everyone liked the video? We need to know immediately.
But man, Supernova's hanging on, holding that last percent. Although it's not going to really do much for the MMR, a lot of it's going to go to Berserk.
We could see Berserk challenging for Sprinter title, possibly, based on just his performance alone. Are we...
Yeah.
we getting some changes in here? Yeah, we are. Or are we getting a server change? We do not know.
Oh, a lot of people not leaving. Might not be a server change.
Maybe Berserk are bringing in 3 new players for this.
That would be interesting. Especially, yeah, a full, almost a full lineup change. That would be crazy.
All
I mean, I
is,
could see it though. There's a lot of Berserk players.
Yeah.
That being said, getting 100% on a team like Supernova historically kind of hung in that line between Dasher and Sprinter. I think they've done more tier changes than any team I can think of personally.
But just the fact, you just gotta go back to the fact that this is Berserk's debut match, and they take down a team like Supernova mentally in the payload. Like, that is a huge deal for a small team like Berserk.
Holding them at checkpoint too, and not just any checkpoint. We're talking about launchpad checkpoint. This is a map that every team knows how to play. You have to know how to play launchpad, and they stopped Supernova.
I'm gonna put a small reference in. This is like team at the end of season 5. They were popping off, beating big names. Just have to put in that name one last time. Vune jumping in now, along with Sugar. I see.
Sugar new to the league. Did they play last season? I recognize the name. And honestly, I can't remember if they played last season or not.
There's one way we can check. It is off to the Dash League website.
Glancing there, they did play. I knew I recognized that name. They did play last season, and they finished with a 1.23 KD. And a lot of their KDs coming from domination maps. I see why they're bringing him in. Sure, coming in. Other names is Tyler. Tyler is Wick. That's a new name change. That is actually the one and only Wick from O previously.
Berserk
Pretty sure.
really did bring in an all-star lineup from different teams.
And of course, Vune, big ringer for Berserk. A lot of experience on his part, and a lot of firepower.
A Dasher finalist as well in Vune, though.
Vune is one of those people where, man, I find him incredibly hard to kill. He may not have like the most accurate aim, the best firepower across the board, but man, that guy can move. I find him to be one of those difficult players in close quarter combat to take out. It could play really well, especially for Waterway. If he could really get into Supernova's base, it's gonna cause them to struggle.
Supernova really bringing the powerhouse, bringing up Joram. Damn, that's a big, bold move there, bringing out Joram, who has
they saw the
one.
Berserl change, and they said, okay, we need to do a change up to our lineup as well.
Bring in Joram. Hold on, I need to check. This guy has stayed neutral every match he's played, a total of 1 KD every single match. That takes dedication and skill right there. Oh, looks like they dropped Joram and brought in Anonymous.
Wait, what was that? I'm gonna give you another try.
Anonymous.
Dang it.
Sorry, I'm your
good.
team. We pronounce things different here.
Oh, gotcha. And you, it's a shame. You really made up for that, but I was gonna harp on you. I really was, but
Oh, save myself.
fixed it. Anyways, I don't know why. The dot sizes should work with apply. They're not. They're tiny. They're puny. I'm gonna go ahead and leave them just because you can barely vaguely see them, but honestly, it's not gonna be useful enough. And I really think it's the update. I didn't do the update.
Goku just wants everyone to have an awesome time. I don't think Supernova had an awesome time.
No,
Map.
Supernova, we're not having a super time. Struggling. But big opportunity for them to bring it back, and I would love to see them bring it back. So
It could be a chance for an absolute comeback, or Berserk could dominate their first league match and come out with big name defeat.
and a big opportunity for a nice 2-0 for Berserk. That'd be a great way to start the season for them. And since we are in Sprinter tier, that would skyrocket. They already have a win. No. Supernova has that win. So Supernova losing this, it's going to be interesting. What they'll probably stay in Sprinter tier if they lose this next map. If they can still get the win on the Waterway, and then maybe make it a close CP, depending on how everything calculates, they could still make it into Dash tier again.
We have the changes here. Supernova have dropped 1 player to bring in Anonymous. And Berserk have dropped 3, bringing in Tyler, Sugar, and Dune.
There's some changes here. Anonymous has played in the league for several seasons already. Got a lot of street cred under his name. We'll see what he can bring to the table. Although, I'm not sure why they subbed him out for Mando, of all people.
Void and Jaded conspiring to claim the CP.
Who knows?
Maybe they'll get their wish.
Jaded, feel free to hop in that CP if we see it.
Feel free to hop in the booth.
No, you stay out. You come in, and you can get canceled.
Oh.
I can't. I'm not allowed to yell at Jaded. All right, Jaded, you do your thing. Just know, and you know this, but you cannot hop in the booth if it's your team. So as much as I want to hop into like a D cast, I can't hop into that booth. Gotta play by the rules.
Almost got her banned from the league. Yeah,
oh, I see what you're doing there. All right, Jaded, watch out. You got yourself a nemesis over here in the form of Boring.
Friendly rivalry.
Trying to get you banned.
Friendly rivalry. I swear.
Anyways, looks like the Waterway's been selected. We're probably gonna get a glance toward the drone here. I'll let them know we are ready to watch. Standardized height, a new addition, by the way, in case you haven't noticed. Standard height has been added this season. Puts everyone, I think, at 5'9" or something. So
here we go.
it's something we've all been calling out for. We'll start with some eyes on Captain Cooks.
Personally, white team always is dominating at the start, but then they get counted out by blue and red. It's such a shame to see.
Captain Cooks hanging back. Supernova with possession of B and their base. Berserk taking B. A lot of trades on B.
Cooks looks like he's pushing all the way, taking out Sugar, getting that countdown. Is this a quick move? Of course I did that. It's not going to be a quick move for him.
But a quick countdown for Supernova. Unfortunately, a lot of Berserk alive, so it's not going to be a point for them. All right, let me see if I can turn on names for that mini map or mini screen there, without messing everything up.
Huzzah!
We're seeing some Meep and View in action. Keep going sniper route. Oh, it's some shield play on B, and he's getting a lot of work done. Raptor Ryan, but Meep will take him out, and he'll take out Anonymous, securing B for Berserk. They don't have anyone. That would have been a great time. That would have been a great time for Berserk to push out into B and into Supernova's base. I think it was a little bit of a missed opportunity there. That's one thing.
Berserk has betrayed his team. He's now going for white team.
Wait, what?
Let's go white team. Yeah.
I don't even know what to make of that. There's nothing having to do with white.
White team, come on, they're always dominating at the start. White team are gonna win this.
Push with the button push into Berserk's base, and he's causing havoc for them.
Supernova
Fighting for his
only
life,
holding on to
he did get the frag on Vune, and they're hanging on to Berserk's base. They don't have the button. Oh, Meep taking him out.
Full quarter combat.
Berserk countdown. Only 2
rocket.
Supernova alive. Will this be it? Will not. Doesn't look like Berserk were holding down any buttons. Meep here in the sniper role, and he's doing well, 7-2, but he's not pushing out, which unfortunately you've got to push out at some points, even if you're a pistol sniper. You need that extra.
For the drone now.
You need that extra push towards B as a pistol sniper.
Now we've got people rooting for the drone. Damn, there's a lot of teams getting acknowledged here.
Brief countdown. And there's just once again the absence of blue presence at B. Supernova getting easy counters at B. And
Oh,
honestly,
Jack taken before him.
when you have that much presence at B from the other team and you're not taking it,
Oh,
it gives
down here for Supernova. Oh, could have been a quick one there.
Encountered. Red team scores.
Another
Countdown,
countdown
Supernova.
here. 3 left, 2 left.
Oh, and that's it.
There
Wow.
it is.
Supernova holding the button, securing their base. I'm not really sure where the blue team was at, but they weren't near enough to counter. 2 players alive and a point. First point within the first 3 minutes, going towards Supernova and showing their experience despite being a little bit low on frags, comparatively speaking.
Supernova are pushing straight in, but they're missing. Is it either their home button or away? I'm not familiar with this. It's away.
It's away.
I'm not familiar with the letters. I usually just say enemies or home. View
Rush.
pushing in.
I need to get off of Vune.
Blue takes B.
There we go. This should work. This should work.
Blue takes C.
After Ryan getting work done, securing his base. Using the quick access to B.
Blue takes B. Red takes B.
He'll have to contend with 3 at B. Takes out 1, goes down to Tyler.
Red team scores.
Countdown by Supernova. Flew a little bit out of place. Meep. Oh, barely able to get that counter. Didn't look like he was going to get it, but he does. Saving his team. But man, Supernova really have Berserk on the ropes right now. And a 1-0 and multiple countdowns for them. Berserk going to have to try to get back into this. I'm not sure. Not sure where Flooring went, but it looks like I'm here in the booth on alone right now.
Don't worry, I'm just sorting out some roles for an upcoming match.
Wasn't sure if he crashed or not. Alright, I see Tyler doing some pistol sniping. Looks like he accidentally hopped in that rail, but he's gonna make it work. Coming into B, gets pushed down. Push, one of the few players that I've is this push? Oh, and that's what happened. Yeah, that's why I don't do that. It messes with the names. Okay, we got Anonymous. Causing a lot of havoc in Berserk's base. We'll go up and get the button. They don't have their own base. Berserk holding on to Supernova's base right now. Berserk holding on to both their button and Supernova's base right now.
It's Bob Michael's debut. Apparently, according to Sarah Void, maybe they're in the past.
And like I've said in the past, the biggest issue right now going on with Berserk is the lack of B presence. I said this earlier, and it's continuing to be the case. And really, I don't want to bring up anything in particular, but Meep going 16-7, doing really well. But that's a pistol sniping KD that he has. Glance at the score. Yeah, he's with only 4,000 points. Very low actual interaction. Oh, and it looks like Berserk did actually get a crash as well, which brings up the point. I wonder if that's the reason why Supernova was able to get that first point, if it was a power play and we missed it. But Spaghetti coming in quickly, 2 and 3. Gonna get some work done here. We'll see if they can bring it back for Berserk. I didn't even see that. But me finally pushing into B, and we already see that just having his presence at B. And it could be a countdown, and it's a team wipe. Berserk bringing it back. We're now tied up at 1-1 at 17:58, just over 18 minutes, 7 minutes into the match. This could still swing either way.
It could.
If Supernova have a chance to take this to a CP, but Berserk putting on the pressure with that point now. I'm getting into that standard pistol sniping position. We haven't switched away from Meep in a while. I wonder if
he's really good at killing.
He's got that pinpoint accuracy. Just take a look at his bullet clusters. They're really tight, and that's the kind of hole that you want. Tight grouping of your bullets. Gonna try to clear the base, gets the pick on Captain Cooks. And I'm not sure what Captain Cooks is doing. He had to have known that Meep was following him.
After Ryan scaling around his home in the bottom camera.
Big battle at their base. Battles at both bases. Got push, rushing
Home
around.
invasion.
Dash. Oh my gosh, dashing like a madman. And he's
Push.
gonna take out
Taking out
Vune.
Moon.
Oh, he's trying to get that dash pickup. Yeah, and it looks like he did get the dash pickup. Leilu crushing it on B. Taken out. Headshot by Bill Lumbert. Rail to rail. Eyes back on Meep. Nice headshot and a counter by Meep.
Blue takes B. Red takes B.
Meep is really getting those kills. He wants it. Oh, as I said, he wants
Supernova
to do screen
countdown
time.
and a team wipe. Supernova with their own team wipe point will then take the lead. Now this has really been a back and forth, but Supernova with the advantage. Will they be able to hold it for the next 16 minutes and 10 seconds?
They've
That's
taken a
what we're
game of
all wondering.
Hyperdash and turned it to tennis.
Nice volley rally between the two teams. Push pushing out. Ooh, and I like that rollout by Push. He'll come in, doesn't just rush over B. He's going to contend a little bit, use that dash pickup. He will go down to Tyler, though, who is currently also dead.
Void changing his mind at the last second.
Tyler with a very middle route. Oh, and Raptor Ryan kills him with a charge shot from a shock. And he'll take out Leilu. 2 picks here.
Blue takes B.
Drops in the bottom rail for Raptor Ryan, taking B. He's low, he hops onto his height advantage, dropping down for the health, quickly grabbing it. Is he going to kill himself by accidentally shooting the ground? We'll never know. He might. He's coming back up, he shoots, he's
He
going
almost
back to
did.
claim B.
We don't see enough shocks on Waterway. It's getting some work done. As I say that, Caster's Curse, Spaghetti takes him out and secures B for
We should
Berserk.
just stop mentioning about any player doing good.
You know, players just don't do good in this game. They are awful.
Oh, countdown here for Berserk.
Oh, but
How's-
countered by Raptor Ryan.
Red takes B.
Big battle at B here. Spaghetti getting the button and takes out Bill Lumberg to secure it for Berserk. And Spaghetti getting... He's in an interesting position. I think he was expecting fire from his own base.
They just need to push into enemy base now. I think I saw a blue one go up the rail. And I was correct. There's their countdown, but they're not going to get it on B.
Supernova will bring it back. Little bit of a revenge kill back from... Oh, only push
countdown
alive.
there.
Countdown will push be able to do it. And he does! Securing the counter. Clutching it for his team. We're almost seeing a tied game.
It really is a game of tennis in Hyperdash.
Blue takes B.
A lot of similarities there.
Blue takes B. Red
Man. And there's a lot going on. 2 Berserk players. Sub B. We got Meep on top of B. He's hanging on for dear life.
Ooh, quick
Push.
countdown there.
Once again, getting the counter. No surprise.
You really just want to make sure you can kill everyone at the same time you can press that last button.
Just me bringing up that we have not seen enough of Captain Cooks. You know what? Let's bring it over to Captain Cooks. I've seen enough of Meep. They've been on this kill
and
feed.
as we-
Oh no! I switch it off of them.
And as we say that, Captain Cooks claims his screen time.
And he does, and he's going crazy. Captain Cooks, he is fragging for his team. 31-27, debut match, remember? Going crazy. Get the counter. Oh, taken out by Meep at distance from across the map. Holy cow, that's a long distance charge headshot. Wow,
Me once again proving that he needs all the screen time.
really.
At least
Looking
we
at
have
frags
our
right now.
second camera.
Berserk really taking the lead on the frags for this. We've got 3 players from Berserk, all kind of vying for that top frag spot. 33 Leilu, Vune 35, Meep 35. Who's gonna take the top frag for this match? Who do you think?
It's a very, very close competition. Again, all that matters is who's pushing up and getting the most kills. Someone like me,
Meep once again getting a couple frags at distance. I would not envy being the team that has to contend with that. mean, that distance firepower from Berserk, simply because of Meep.
I wonder if Meep would be interested in moving team.
Big battle at B. Meep pushing out. Takes one. Going for that second pick, but a lot of dashing from Raptor
Raptor
Ryan.
Ryan.
And
hitting
some
the
fancy
crowd.
footwork. And it's going back and forth. Both teams realizing just how crucial B is.
Chat telling us we can manually switch off Meep. Didn't know
What?
that.
Crazy.
Did not. That is actually brand new information to me.
You know what? We might have to. With how much screen time he's been getting at that.
We need to diversify it.
We do.
Who-
Can't show
We haven't actually
favoritism.
seen any of Anonymous.
Back on Meep.
I don't think we've actually seen any Anonymous screen time this match.
You know what? I will put Meep on the mini screen. We will go. We will look at Anonymous. See what he's up to in Berserk's base with the counter. And that was some really nice timing by him. Sneaking into. And he's still. I don't know if they know he's there. But all of Berserk, I think, out of their own base. Spaghetti
Oh.
spawning back in.
I think,
Ooh, and
and
Meep shutting down.
Meep
And
filming both
whoa.
screens.
We're back on Meep again. I'm sorry, man. We are switching off. I want to see back.
Oh,
Captain
countdown
Cooks.
to Berserk.
Tyler going down. Now Spaghetti.
Anytime we get off topic talking, Berserk get a countdown.
It's really paying dividends to paying attention. That makes sense? We won't. Let's not question it. Anyways, Captain Cook's going off to B. He's a blue streak, and he's chasing kills a little bit. That's not something I want to see too much. Typically on
Never know.
Waterway, a rule of thumb I used to say as a previous captain, you don't want to go backwards on Waterway unless you absolutely have to.
It's a game of
Spaghetti.
Hyperdash, not rugby.
Exactly. It's all about the forward presence. You lose presence when you go backwards. Spaghetti getting a frag on rail. That second frag. Looking for the red streak in Berserk's base. Oh, and there he is. Taken out by a teammate. Big push. Trying to secure B. Supernova will counter at their own base. Captain Cooks with the counter.
Spaghetti.
We've seen a little bit of a stall of gameplay as we head on into the last 10 minutes of this domination. And right now, Supernova is still with the edge. 2-1. Will they hang on, or will they get that final point and make it a 3-1, or are we going to see Berserk tie it up? Could go either way.
Seeing a match go to sudden death in Waterway hasn't something I've seen in the league in a while.
Push. And sprinting off of B to try to survive. Get taken out by
Taking his
Lulu.
taking his name too literally and pushing into the enemy base. Captain Cook's now pushing into the button.
And low on health, but he'll get that possession. Cheeky pistol sniping from Berserk's base. Oh, and a headshot on Meep. A little karma from all the headshots Meep's been landing on Supernova. I bet that felt good.
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe him hiding in their base will be the thing they need to stop Meep. Oh no, as I say it.
And Meep once again on the kill feed.
Commentator's curse.
Countdown.
Yeah.
Ooh,
mini
and
cam
countered by
is set.
push.
To Meep because Meep
Oh!
is
And Anonymous unable to get the counter. Berserk will get the second point, and we are at a tied 2-2 this late in the game.
Could it be a rare
Boring.
moment where we see a sudden death Waterway?
I think we have a chance for a sudden death. Yeah. And will be the first of the season. I want to see it. Hang in there, both teams. I think both teams just need to agree not to get another point. You know,
White team now
forget about
holding-
MMR, forget about Pride. We want to see a sudden death. Supernova
Oh.
scaring us there with a countdown. Oh, and it's going down. Spaghetti will get the counter pretty easily at his own base.
Spaghetti now.
Is there a countdown? Oh, and last second counter by Anonymous, saving it for his team. Really
Is
aiming
it-
for that
really fell at the start, but now they're climbing back up to tie it up. Oh, Berserk with the
Countdown, only
countdown.
2
yeah.
alive. Raptor Ryan. He's trying to get that clutch. And a deep button hold. Oh. And a counter. Oh, Raptor
There
Ryan
it is
saving
again.
it. Oh, no.
Countdown again.
Oh, man.
it's gone.
This is 3 consecutive countdowns by Berserk. We almost saw a win there. Supernova hanging on for dear life.
Would have been incredible from Berserk to have a 2-0 victory over such a big team like Supernova.
And that's what they're aiming for. Raptor Ryan getting some work done with the shocks. Oh, time just a little bit off. Goes down. Ooh, Vune with interesting lag there. Caused his own death.
I would also prefer if Berserk won here, because then Jada doesn't get any screen time. So, all good with me.
Ultimately, we want to see... Well, I'm not going to say I do, but boring. Not really rooting for any team. Not showing bias there. He just wants to see Jada gone. Bill on board getting a lot of work done. Menace in Berserk's base. Oh, get the tag on. Ooh, oh no. Looks like the meat kill got away. Ooh, Supernova had an opportunity. Gets countered by Vune. Oh, and Vune with a nice button hold. Oh, that was a really good play on his part. Will clear his base. Oh, but another red streak. Supernova laying on the pressure. Berserk really trying to get that red out of their base, but was just letting more and more red come in. Supernova really trying to get that last point. Anonymous coming in. Oh, taken out by Vune at distance. Vune with another frag. 2 frags. Now gets a third. That's a kill streak. He's going for bait. Oh, Anonymous getting killed by one of his teammates. Oh, but they were in a bad position. Probably scared them a little.
Hello to his fellow teammate. He's got his priorities straight. Teammate communication. Pushing up now, taking the button for the countdown here. Could this be the match-ending countdown? Oh no, it's a counter. Vune holding the button for no reason.
Oh, I'm not sure what happened there. Vune. Oh, Anonymous. Thanks. Oh.
Oh, countdown.
This is
Supernova.
really. Man, I cannot keep straight, but we're seeing
another
counters
countdown.
go back and forth. Countdowns, counters.
We're on
This is-
countdown street now. We have one countdown here, another one there. Hey, little dude, we want a countdown? We got countdowns for everybody.
I just think these two teams are trying to make it difficult for us. Trying to confuse us.
I have to go Eminem Rap God mode here to speak. Vune now taking the top frag spot by a mile on. Well, not by a mile, by 5 kills in Berserk. And we can
Didn't even
see,
see that.
the
66,
Lumberg.
42.
Oh, countdown Supernova here. Very bad. No Supernova. Berserk must win.
Let's get later. So the mini map doesn't have follow and kill because that'll mess up the main map. So we'll just kind of cycle through players with 4 minutes left remaining, 2 and 2. What are we gonna see? Are we gonna see a sudden deathmatch? Are they gonna give us what we want, what the viewers want? Or are we gonna see a team take it?
The most hyped up possible sudden death. Berserk, chance to go down in glory as a debut destroying defeat to Supernova. That was going somewhere, but I screwed it up.
Supernova trying to hang on to their reputation. Berserk countdown. At this point, I don't think it's even worth mentioning countdowns unless they actually get the point. Been so many.
We'll just say, we'll just delete the word countdown from the English dictionary. There we go.
What even is the word countdown? Raptor
Okay,
Ryan rushing
dictionary
in.
in my wall. What does countdown mean?
Oh, Raptor Ryan unable to get that last dash. He will die to water. And I think water will have almost any player beat when it comes to number of frags on Waterway. Water is deadly.
They have the highest KD in Dash, not Dash League, Hyperdash history.
And you know, it's really funny because it kind of compares and contrasts with how water actually reacts with electronics. You know? So it makes sense. Robots and water.
The company that built these highly capable
Didn't make them waterproof. They didn't make them waterproof. You would have thought. We have battles between electronics above water, and yet they didn't make them waterproof. As a matter of fact, they programmed in a destruction sequence for them to hit the water. They touch that water, they explode.
will not question their design. And let's get back to topic, because we know what happens when we get off topic. Countdown, countdown, countdown.
When we get off topic, stuff happens. And we haven't seen anything really happen here for the last 9 minutes. Things have been going back and forth. Oh, Supernova countdown. 2 live view. Tyler. Oh, the last second counter. Oh, View coming in clutch. Berserk pushing in, showing some aggression. Man, this is such a good domination. This is the kind of domination I wish to see from every match I cast. Thank you.
Rule.
Thank you, Berserk.
I have a new rule.
Thank you.
Make everything like
countdown
this.
Berserk. Raptor Ryan will get the clutch counter as usual.
Oh, countdown here for Berserk. It's going down. Ooh.
And Anonymous. Man, Anonymous has been getting work done with the counters. A lot of Raptor Ryan, a lot of Anonymous. And you can imagine how tired both these teams are. They've gone the full 25 minutes now of a Waterway, which is in and of itself.
Maybe we'll see a battery die. Oh, Berserk!
You know, at this point, I'm not even hyped anymore for these counters. They've just been countdowns.
Maybe we should only get excited about them if they get to 1 second.
I think we should go off topic, so something will happen.
So I bought a Prius.
Oh, 4 alive. Supernova with the easy counter. Getting another counter, but Bill Lumberg counter. Countdown Berserk. Only Anonymous. Can he do it? Can he do it? No, we didn't. No.
Berserk.
30 seconds remaining. And oh no. Anonymous will not be able to get that. And Berserk will take the win in the final minutes, final seconds.
Anonymous is going to be kicking himself there. He just let down the whole team.
Before we like talk about the overall score, let's look at scores. All right, tying for top frag, Vune and Meep. An incredible debut match by Meep, 76-28, and with a really high score. Vune, however, taking top score, really close though to Leilu, 72-61. For Supernova, 56-75, Bill Lumberg top fragging. And no one on Supernova really going positive. Raptor Ryan, however, getting a lot of work done, 20,000. But ultimately, the win goes to Berserk. And that's a 3.
Happening now, because Supernova dropping their entire roster to bring on Neo, Nelson, Nick, and Maximum Theater for these discussions. Discussions.
I think they were ready to get out of there, and that's got to be a disappointing loss for them. That was a really well fought Waterway though. I mean, 24 minutes and 30 seconds.
The 50 votes in the poll did favor Berserk, and Berserk did win, and Jaded's not getting screen time, so we're all happy.
Well, congratulations to Berserk for taking the win. An amazing and well-earned debut match for them. They will be moving on to their next match. I don't know. Actually, let's look at the matchups and see who they're facing. 1 second. 1 second. And
they're racing most, but I believe most
gotcha.
disbanders. Am I clear on that?
So is it?
Hold on.
I did see most disband.
Oh no, they're going to be playing Limbo now instead. They'll be playing Limbo.
So second map for them, but honestly for them, I think the harder match was Supernova, and they earned that W today. So congratulations to Berserk, really showing what they're made of. And I anticipate their presence in Dasher tier, and I am excited to see them. So a really well-earned launch pad. That was incredible. Maybe a little bit more work on Waterway. Supernova really hanging on there for the entire time. They can just clean up that Waterway, maybe use some of the newer domination towards their advantage there later on. We could be seeing some pretty impressive positioning by Berserk later on this season.
Yeah, they're gonna be really how should I say this?
How should you say this?
How should I say this? They're gonna be really
Berserk.
a big target now from the bigger teams to their defeat of Supernova.
I mean, I'm already eyeing Berserk and being like, okay, I'm gonna take this back to D and we're gonna work on our Berserk crushing tactics.
I'm already scared for Berserl. Berserl are gonna dominate.
Who even is Berserl? All right, anyways, in order to not extend this cast too much longer, even though we're having fun in the booth, we're going to end it here. Thank you for all of our viewers for hanging in there and watching this match. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more awesome, I almost pulled a willow there. For an awesome Dash League Network presentation here. I've been Kastle, here with...
And I'm the great, legendary, bad at Hyperdash Boring Mom 1.
And thank you for joining us today. You guys have a great one. We'll see you next time.